this computer.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Sunday Stamping with Susan and Julie. My name is Susan LaCroix. This is my wonderful daughter, Julie Davison. We've been demonstrators for over 20 years, and we decided to start doing this video series just so we could share our love of stamping with you. And today is our 100th anniversary. So happy anniversary, Julie. No, 100th episode. Not
Is that 100 days, 100 months, 100 years? Not 100 years, 100 episodes.
Yep. So here we go. So anyway, we're just thrilled to be with you today, and we're sharing some really fun things. So Julie, take it away.
Yes, I am so excited. Today is Sunday, April 30th, and in a couple days, the brand new Stampin' Up! Annual catalog is being released. And so to celebrate our 100th episode, today we are doing a stamp along episode. We do this every couple months. And so if you've been watching our channel for a while, then you're familiar with what we do. Last week, we gave you a list of supplies for you to prepare at home. And so today, hopefully you will stamp along with us and you'll be making your card at home with the same measurements, maybe different stamp sets. Mom and I are both today going to use some brand new products from the new catalog to inspire you. So I can't wait to see how our cards are going to turn out. And we can't wait to see how your cards are going to turn out too. So we invite you to share your cards with us, whether that's over email or text or in our Facebook groups. We'd love to see what you create with our measurements during today's Stamp Along video. So I think we should just jump right in and get started. What do you think, Mom?
We should.
All right. Mom's gonna go first, so let's switch over to her desktop. Oh, I forgot to take us off. Okay, hold on.
So while you're doing that, just as a reminder, we used to do a split screen so that while I was doing my card, Julie was following along and doing it. But we've decided after getting some feedback and asking you that we're going to just do one screen at a time.
Yes, but I just wanted to start really quick and give you a peek at what I'm using. So I will be crafting with you, and crafting with you. There's a new bundle from the new catalog that I'm using, and I'm not sure which stamp image I'm going to use yet. So I'm going to figure that out as we go along. But let me just take mine off and we'll focus on Mom's screen and we can take a look at the measurements. If you haven't prepared them yet, you can pause the video and get your stuff ready right now. So Mom, why don't you walk us through those supplies?
Okay, so we are using, I'll leave this up for just a minute. So the card base is 4 1/4 by 11, scored at 5 1/2, which I didn't put on here, so I apologize. And we're using some designer series paper, one of the new punches, the 2-inch circle, which will be our focal point, and then some coordinating cardstock, and then a piece of lighter or neutral for the inside. All right. So if you, like Julie said, if you need to pause and cut or go to the description because we've got them there as well, then we can do that. So we'll get this out of our way. So I am using some new product. The card base is okay. So is Pebbled Path. It's one of the new in colors. I think this is going to become a favorite very quickly. I'm using some designer series paper, and this is from the 6x6 designer series pack, and I am using Moody Mauve.
Okay.
The designs for that, which is actually, it's the flip side of each other. So one is 3 inches by 1 3/4, and the other one is 3 inches by 1 1/2. And really, I guess they could both be the same size. I don't know why I cut them slightly different, but I did. I have the 2-inch circle ready for my design. I have a strip of the boho blue 4 1/4 by 1 inch, and then a piece of basic white for our inside.
Are you using a 2-inch or 2 3/8 inch circle?
I think it's 2 inches. Let me measure to be sure.
It looks bigger than mine, but maybe it's just the camera.
That could be. There's 1 inch. Oh, you're right, Julie. My apologies.
That's okay. I'm just going to punch myself a new circle. So the 2 3/8 is the brand new circle punch that's coming out in the new catalog, and 2 inches is one of the online exclusive sizes that came back.
Yes. So there we have it. So let's get started. The first thing we're going to do is get rid of my little pieces of paper here, because we don't need those anymore. So we're going to fold our cardstock, and my bone folder is buried way underneath. So I'm just crease. And I'm going to start with putting our boho blue piece on here. So I'm going to kind of center it right about there. My little basket here is a hot little mess. Okay. So let's go ahead, put some seal. Oh, come back here. And I'm going to put this on here. And then our two little designer series paper pieces. Looks like I need to do a little trimming there. Are going to go one on the top and one on the bottom on either side of this.
Mine is the other way. My little strip was too short, so I have to trim my card base.
Oh, okay. Let's get that off of there. Okay, there we go. So then I'm going to adhere one piece here. So up against the folded edge. And then the other
Ooh.
piece is going down here against the open edge. So you can go ahead and put those two pieces on.
I know this layout. Oh, this is a fun one. Let me move
Yeah,
that down.
it is. So I am still pulling things. I need to get it done very soon. Well, actually, by the time this airs, I'll have had my catalog launch. So yes, it'll all be taken care of. Okay, so here is our, and you know what? I don't think, oh, I did do it inside. I'm losing my tray over here. Okay. So let's do some stamping now. I'm going to set my card front or my card over here. And on my inside, I'm going to get my stamp set. I apologize. I should show you the stamp set I'm using too. So very quickly, I am using a new stamp set from the new catalog called Lasting Joy.
Oh.
And it's got some fun little sayings and little images here that you can use for inside and outside. And so I think this would be a good one for multiple celebrations or multiple events. All right. So on our inside, I'm using the boho blue ink. And I'm stamping this inside greeting, which says, let me stamp it so I can read it. May the years ahead be filled with lasting joy. So may the years ahead be filled with lasting joy. I'll need that for the front in just a minute. Now I'm going to open my Moody Mauve, and I'm usually not a pinky purple person, but I love this kind of dusty pink, really. All right, so I'm going to stamp a couple little flowers. For that, and then we'll just set this aside while we do our circle, our focal point. And so what I'm doing is I'm going to use some of the pebbled path and do the leaves. And so the images I'm using, I've got some leaves and flowers and then our other little greeting. And so I'm going to start with the leaves first. And I don't know that it matters too much, but I'm going to kind of focus this more along the top of the circle. And then I'm going to take our flower image, put some Moody Mauve on here, and line this up. I think this is the way it's going to go. Line this up at the top. So it lines up pretty well. And then I'm going to take our happy birthday or birthday wishes in boho blue along the bottom. So birthday wishes. Let me close up my inks. I've had enough inking disasters lately to
Uh-oh.
no. It was unpacking a hostess club order.
Oh my gosh, you told me about that. That sounded crazy.
That is crazy. And I have ink all over me. So I'm going to. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and put my inside greeting on the inside. And this is a really juicy ink pad, as they usually are. I can see it's even trying to bleed through to the back, which is very unusual for our classic inks. And then I'm going to put this on with some dimensionals. So kind of a fun little layout. And pretty much using some simple stamping. Card is sliding all over here. All right, so I want to kind of intersect, lay this out so it's intersecting all the pieces here. And hang on a minute, because I'm missing my embellishments that I put out here for this. I think I've got it ready for something else here. Well, they've walked. No. Not sure where they went, but no problem. I'm going to put some other ones on. Like my favorites. And they are. Julie, what is going on? Here they are.
Oh no.
They slid under something else. All right. Here it is. So I'm going to just, because I think just about anything you put on here is going to make this just lovely and sparkly.
Yeah.
And I will show you my sample card because I did use some of the new in color gems that I'd like to share. All right. Let's see. Let's put this one maybe up here next to it. Oh, come on. Slide off. Here we go. All right. So here is my finished card.
Oh, I love it.
And I debated about putting some things in the corner, like some of the flowers in the pebbled path. Just chose not to for right now. But here, this is some of the new in color polished gems.
Oh, I like the way those pop.
Yeah, I do too. So they're somewhere on this table. So probably buried under some new cardstock. All right, so that is my card. And I'm assuming that pretty much everybody is maybe caught up. So
You're fast, man.
Yeah, sorry, Julie. We'll wait for you to be done then, so that before we switch cameras and have you do it.
I think I'm about ready to switch it over since I wasn't sure what I was going to stamp with my images. I have to kind of make some decisions about that.
Yeah.
And I don't know, I don't have an inside done, but let me add my screen. So here's my card.
Oh, how pretty.
Yeah, I was using the crafting with you, and I wasn't sure which image I was going to use, but
Perfect.
um, I don't know. I kind of wish I'd stamped life is better when you're crafting down here, but I can add that on the inside. And then I
Yeah.
stamped a couple of the hearts from the stamp set on the designer paper. And then I wish there was some more color on the Stamp and Cut and Emboss machine, but I'm not sure how to do that.
Yeah, I see your point.
In hindsight, I'm thinking in
There
hindsight, I'm tearing my card apart, and I would cut a new. Let me try this really quick and see. What was that measurement again? 3 inches by 1 3/4.
Yes.
Um, I'm thinking of stamping the heart in yellow on the stamp and cut and
Oh, let's
emboss
see how it
machine.
looks.
I really just want to incorporate it a little color there. So I'm going to switch the sentiment to say life is better when you're crafting. I'll have to move my circle.
That's the challenge when you're trying to stamp along and you
Yeah.
don't know. Because I feel the same way. I was preparing your measurements, Julie, and I've got like 3 different color card bases and because I'm just not quite sure yet.
So I'll just scoot that up. I need to do a quick color change on my trying to find my gotta clean my stamp really quick and switch to daffodil.
Aw, that's cute.
I'm gonna tell you what though, I think it needs to be die cut because it
Yeah,
it it blends in. So I'm
yeah.
going to do a quick die cut. It's so tiny. I could hand cut it, but it's almost too tiny to hand cut.
I agree.
Ah, sticky out.
Yeah, those little ones are real hard to keep on there.
So the what you're seeing here is I stamped full in full strength with the Flirty Flamingo, and I thought that it was just too dark. And so like I lightly stamped off, not really hard, but just a little bit. And then I stamped again to get a slightly lighter
Okay.
version of it. And I think that was better. So let's put this on with I think even a glue dot is too small. That was too much glue.
Okay. There you go. I like it.
Yeah, I do too. I'm so glad that you used this layout. It's been a little while since I thought about it, and it's such a good one for using coordinating designer paper pieces. Now I'm wondering if I should have stamped my machine in gray and done a pink heart, but that's going to be a whole different tear apart. This stamp set and this bundle is so much fun. This is the first card I've made with it. I haven't had a chance to use it yet, but I just want to do a close up on these dies because they are amazing. There's a paper trimmer and scissors and an embroidery hoop. think that's all one. There's a ruler and a detailed basket. There are spools and then other pieces that you can put on the
Oh,
spools. There are buttons and hearts and stars, and then dies to die cut the
doggone it.
images
I
in
didn't
this
have this. I
jigsaw.
didn't want it. I do want it now. I do. Dang it.
I I think it's the dyes that get me the most. Like I just think they're so much fun. And there's a
Yeah.
card, I can't show you the inside of the catalog, but there's a card in the catalog that I just really love with it that I want to case. So I think it's just gonna be a fun one to share cards with other crafters. And I know some knitters and some sewers and some painters. So I think it's just gonna be just kind of a fun one. So there's my
Yeah.
card with your layout, Mom. I love it so much, and I'm so glad I got to use this bundle to make a card.
Good. Good.
Maybe I should add some bling. Hmm.
Well, you know my feeling. You can never have enough bling. Well, you can have too much bling, true, but every card needs bling.
Yes. Okay. Well, I will well, here, I'm almost done. That was whoa, that's too big. Let's put in the medium one. Is that
Nice.
too much?
No,
Does
I
that
don't,
does that remove the focus from the focal image?
I don't know. Yeah, maybe if you surround the die cut machine with bling, that doesn't, yeah, I think that's better.
Austin's glue.
There you go.
All right. Are
Nice.
you ready for my card?
I am.
Okay, well, I need just a second to to clear my mess.
All right.
And then I will we'll get started on mine.
All right. And while you're clearing, I'm just going to pull some of my um cardstock here. I've decided, well, whenever I decide which card base to use um bubble bath, which is this pink,
Ooh.
lemon lolly. These are new core colors. And then I brought out parakeet party and balmy blue. So those are the colors. I'm not sure which of these colors I'm using it. So I'm just going to stack them over here and get ready for Julie. I am using the same stamp set, but with different images that I used in
Oh,
this project.
look what I got. A little puppy.
I thought maybe you would use that one.
It has a coordinating builder punch, which is just the cutest. And so I did decide to switch it up. I'm using Granny Apple Green and Early Espresso ink pads. And then for the cardstock, I have Granny Apple Green, Daffodil Delight, some of the new pecan pie, and early
Ooh,
espresso. These pieces are scraps. Let me show you my measurements here. I'm going to take your video off, Mom, so we can
that's fine.
see this better. But I can't wait to see how your card is going to turn out with those colors.
Yeah.
Okay, so for
Two.
my card, we've got a 5.5 by 8.5 card base scored at 4 1/4. We have a white piece for the inside. I don't know if it was on the list, but that's kind of like a standard. We always use that, don't we? Light color cardstock, 2.5 by 4 1/4 inches. A white square that's 1 3/4 by 1 3/4, and then layering on a dark layer that's 2 by 2, and an accent strip that's 1 inch by 4 1/4. Your image is going on that little white square, and your greeting is going to go on the width of that yellow piece or the light piece. Yours may not be yellow. All of the measurements, by the way, are in the video description. So if you prefer to have something you can just copy and paste or look at that's already written out, you can find those in the video description right now of this video. Um, so let's go ahead and get started. I'm really excited about this cute little monkey. Let me tell you about the stamp set, it has three different monkey images, and only one of them coordinates with the punch. It's this one right here. The punch includes the main body image and then also a smaller image, which is the face. So I'm going to show you, we're going to punch both of those. Also on the punch, we have two little circles, which can be the ears. So if you're just punching like just doing punch art and not using the stamp set, then those would go in the center of the ears. And then we also have a part of the punch that punches the banana. So we're going to do all of that. In fact, we're going to start with our stamping. And this is preparing the image that's going on the white square. So if you are just stamping on your white square, then that's what you're going to be doing right now. But I'm going to use this monkey and I'm going to stamp twice. I'm going to stamp on the pecan pie cardstock and also on the crumb cake cardstock. And you know me, I don't like to color. And so stamping on colored cardstock is my cheat for not having to color. So the color is the cardstock. So I'm going to just punch these out and then layer them together. So first the body, and that should line up right there. And while I'm doing this, I want to take just a minute to say, when you get a new punch, sometimes there is some oil and stuff like that. And so you might notice like a border around your punch image that is a little oily. That is just from the punch. It's normal. And after you use it a few times, it'll go away. So if it bothers you, then just punch through some scrap cardstock or scrap paper to kind of get that oil off the punch before you start using it for your card making. So I'm just going to layer that together. So we've got the monkey with the lighter face, and the lighter color is crumb cake. So I'm using all three browns from the neutrals. I love that pecan pie is kind of a beautiful shade of brown that's right in the middle of crumb cake and early espresso. So here is those shaded browns. These are from the core collection. So crumb cake and then pecan pie and then the early espresso. And then one more image to punch is going to be the banana. And I'm going to stamp that in early espresso as well. Over here. Oh, I love punches. It's so easy. So he is going to be holding a banana, and now my little greeting makes sense because the stamp I chose for the sentiment says, "I'm bananas about you." So cute. All right. Since this is our focal image, let's go ahead and put that part together. I'm going to layer the white onto that dark colored 2x2 square. And then our image is going to go on top of that. And I'm going to use Stampin' Dimensionals to add the monkey. And I'll do a glue dot for the banana. Oh my gosh, so cute. I just love it. All right, now our focal image is going to go on the top center of the lighter color cardstock. And I specifically said light color cardstock because I wanted you to be able to write or stamp rather your sentiment on that same piece. So top center here, and then underneath it is going to be your words. I'm bananas about you. So this is the main focal point of our card. On the inside, I'm just going to stamp really quick that same monkey. And I don't like coloring, so I'm just going to leave it like that. He doesn't have to be colored. And this is going to go on the inside of the card. Okay, let me show you what we're going to do on the front, and then I'm going to do some stamping on the card base. You might as well, or maybe you won't. The accent layer is going to go behind the cardstock here, and that piece is going to go towards the right of the card. I like to have a little banner tip, so I'm going to cut one on that accent strip, which is 1 inch by 4 1/4. So I'm just going to cut up the center and then from each corner to the top center point. And I think it's easier to line it up behind it because we really want this banner to be centered behind the 2 by 2 square. So I'm going to put some adhesive right on that yellow cardstock or that light color cardstock and just sort of center the banner behind behind the square. I'm going to set this aside. If you're ready, you can just put it right on your card, but I want to add a little bit of stamping at the bottom of my card base just for a little more color, a little more texture with the images. So I'm using some of the leaf images from the Little Monkey set, and I'm going to stamp with Granny Apple Green across the bottom of my cards. This is just going to kind of be a border. I'm just stamping repeatedly across the card. And then now we'll add that focal point, and so it just kind of adds just another layer. This banner is going to go all the way to the side of the card and line up here. So I'm going to glue that all down now. I feel like I'm going too fast, and I'm so sorry. Sometimes I have a habit of talking fast and going fast. So I apologize. If you're watching on the replay, you'll be able to kind of pause and catch up with each step. But it's a pretty simple layout here with the focal image. Another one that I've used quite a bit in the past. Now, if you want to here, you can add some bling and embellish your card. I think I'm actually going to leave it and not add anything else. So here's my finished card with the little monkey bundle.
Well, you're way ahead of me because I decided to do something and I had to redo. So
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so fast. I
oh
have
no, no,
another
no, no, no,
sample.
no. It was me. So I decided just to go a little bit, do something a little bit different. So
All right, well, let me show you my other sample and then we'll switch the camera over and you can finish what you're doing and we can watch you. So here's another card that I've made, just swinging by to say hi. So I've got like a separate panel here, 4 by 4 on top of the card base. And then I wanted the monkey to kind of be swinging from the trees a little bit. Garden green, poppy parade, and crushed curry. And then similar colors on the monkey that I used on my card. So fun. I love this little stamp set. Well, let's switch the camera. Mom, I want to see what you're doing. Let's
oh dear. Oh,
let's add you here. Maybe I should take mine off.
okay. Let me just
I'm
close.
gonna take mine off so we can have a better look at what you're doing.
All right. Because I am getting everywhere again. Okay. So I actually I cut another piece because I used it up, but I decided I had originally stamped my flower just right on the white piece and put the leaf, but I didn't like the way it looked. And so let me show you. That's how it looked. And I thought, nope.
Oh,
That. So I stamped it again and cut it out. And then so there's just less of the leaf is showing. And then I want to add my lemon lolly little flower in the center.
I love these colors. It's so pretty.
Thanks. Okay. So now, so this is going to be my piece here. Ooh.
And this is the same stamp set you just used. I can't get over that. Like it looks so
Yeah.
different in different colors.
Yeah, it does. So my blue will be my strip between. So this is where my dilemma is.
Mm,
So I don't think I want blue, do I?
bubble bath.
Bubble bath, bubble bath it is.
Or
Alright,
you could do a pink strip on a blue card base. You could do the bubble bath accent strip.
I could, but this is cut. So, so there is that. So then, I was looking at, see, I was watching you too, so that's another reason why I'm just a little behind, but I thought I could also just take some of these little flowers and stamp them in the pink around.
Yes, I like that. So are you going to make your card vertical and switch it?
Well, I could, but you did yours this way, right?
I did. Yeah. Let me add mine there. So I did it as a horizontal card. I mean, you could do it vertical. That
Oh,
either way, I hadn't thought about doing it, but it
I
100%
do.
works
Yeah, I
that
think
way
I
too.
do want to do that.
Yeah.
So I think I will. This is gonna go this way. Um, so I don't know that I'll do the banner cuts unless I move this over this way and do one banner cut here.
Ooh.
No, I think I'll do that. And I'll work on the inside later. I don't have any thoughts for that right now.
Can I make a suggestion?
Please do.
I think the thinking of you is kind of just floating in the middle of nowhere. I would either move the square down so the thinking of you is right above it, or turn it over and stamp the thinking of you a little higher.
Well, this is what I was thinking.
Yeah.
So yes, I did stamp that. I'm not sure that's where I wanted it, but I like the way I like the look.
I love it.
Okay, so let me stamp a few flowers along the bottom here. Okay. What is this looking like here? Okay. So I'm thinking maybe like 3 in this corner.
Ooh, corners. Yes.
And I could do up here.
Uh-huh.
I don't know if I want to do all 4 corners.
Nope, I think just the two opposite corners.
Yeah. And then for the inside, I would put some more of these little flowers there. All right, so let's go ahead and
You know what I would trim just like a half inch off the top of the lemon lolly.
that's not a bad idea.
Maybe
Mm.
not a half inch, maybe like a quarter inch, like just a little bit.
All right, let me do that. Talk amongst yourselves.
I love this so much. And I what I love about doing the stamp along videos is that it is so amazing how different the cards look just by changing the colors and the stamp set. And you're making a little tweak here with the layout and just turning it the other direction. And I can't wait to put these side by side because it's the same measurements, but yet they look so different.
Yeah.
And they're both just
Yeah.
so
Ooh.
amazing.
All right, so let's get this on here.
What is that green color? Is that lemon lime twist?
This is Parakeet Party.
Oh, parakeet party. Okay. That's one of the in colors that has one more year.
Yes.
It's such a bright color. I can't decide if I like parakeet party or lemon lime twist more. I kind of lean towards parakeet party, I think.
The lemon lime twist is darker.
Yeah.
And so that's kind of where that's at. So all right, so there we go, right there.
I'd hug the right side a little more.
Well, I'm trying to watch my flowers here, so
Yeah. Ah, I love this. It is so sweet.
well, I just, I thought I used different colors, some of the darker colors um on the first card using this set. So I really wanted, and I've been dying to play with Lemon Lolly. It's been on my shelf going, pick me.
I haven't used that color yet, so or I've used bubble bath a little bit, but I haven't used lemon lolly really at all.
And I think just in the center of this flower, because I have flowers on the corners.
Oh, it's so pretty.
So I like this layout, Julie.
Let me put my camera back up so we can see the cards together. And I'm gonna hold mine a little closer so you can see it more up close. Oh my gosh, I love it. I never ever would have picked those colors or this stamp set, but I love the way it turned out and I love that you turned it on its side.
Yeah, I do
Such a
too.
great card. Oh my gosh, I can't wait to see what everybody else is making at home. Please remember to share your project. Send us a little email or a text or share it in our Facebook groups and show us what stamp set and colors you used on your card. But for now, let's turn the camera around and we'll show off all four of our cards together.
All right.
Oh my gosh, I love the way our
Ah,
cards turned out,
I
and
do
I'm
too,
so
Julie, and I know that we took a little break so you could change the color of the
oh
embossing
yeah, let
machine.
me let me hold that up and see.
Isn't that gorgeous? I like that so much better. That pink heart just really pops out of it there. So nice job, Jay.
Yeah, here was the original with the pink machine.
Yeah,
And I just think that the gray machine just like, yeah,
I
just
agree.
just pops a little more.
Wholeheartedly, Julie. Good job.
Oh, I'm seeing more I want to change. Like there's a natural dip like here with this sentiment. So like I would put this on this side and the top one on the other side. So I might just have to make a second one that I can send to you and play around a little bit more. But I'm so excited to see that layout. I'm so excited to play with new stuff because the
I
new catalog is literally just around the corner. It starts
it
on
truly is.
Tuesday, May 2nd. And so in just a couple days, you'll be able to order all of the things that we showed you today. The monkey, the crafting set. What's the name of that stamp set you used, Mom?
Um, oh, I moved it.
Sorry.
Across
Well,
the
whatever
table.
that one is too.
Um, yeah, it is. Whatever is. Yeah, I can't
We'll have
open the
we'll
catalog
have the
maybe
list in
so.
the
So
video
we
description.
will. We absolutely
That will
will. Yeah,
we'll have all the item numbers
yeah,
of everything that we used today. So
absolutely.
if you're interested in getting any of those things, you can shop on our online store
Yeah.
starting Tuesday, May 2nd, and get those goodies. And we can't wait to see the cards that you created with our measurements. So be sure to share your stamp along cards in our Facebook group. Or like I said, even if you just email or text or whatever,
Yeah.
we'd love to see what you're creating.
And in just a few short days, Dad and I will be there for the girls'
Yes.
day. So we're so excited. And hopefully we can carve out a wee bit of time to stamp a video before we
Yes.
head off to across the pond, as they say. So anyway, so this is a longer video than normal. Anyway, we apologize for that. But I think we can call it a wrap. Again, please post your projects for us to see. I'd love to see what you did. So until next Sunday stamping with Susan and Julie, goodbye, everybody, and have a wonderful week.
Bye, everybody.